For many years, I lived a life that didn't resonate with my true purpose until one day, everything was abruptly taken away from me. The pain I felt wasn't just about losing money or experiencing shame. It was the profound loneliness that overwhelmed me. With no friends, no partner, and no one I could trust, this emptiness compelled me to search for a deeper understanding of isolation and its significance for those chosen for a higher calling. I learned that, for the chosen ones, loneliness is not a punishment but a chance to awaken extraordinary abilities that most people are oblivious to. This message finds you because your soul has awakened. If you wish to continue expanding your mind, subscribe to this channel right now and elevate your consciousness daily. If you consider yourself among the chosen, you recognize that moments of solitude are much more than just being alone. They are potent opportunities for profound transformation. In these quiet times, you uncover your true self, discover hidden strengths, and awaken abilities that are often misinterpreted by others. Here are 5 unique superpowers that the chosen cultivate during these periods of isolation, which they rarely discuss. One of the most commonly misunderstood gifts is the ice head, a sense of calm and mastery over emotions. Solitude may seem like a harsh and silent landscape, but it is precisely in this space that the chosen are molded and refined. To outsiders, the chosen's cool demeanor might appear as detachment or indifference, but beneath that calm surface lies a battleground where their spirit has been forged in the fire of solitude and the confrontation of their deepest fears. Envision a realm where external voices fade into the background, and the only companion is the relentless echo of your own thoughts. In this silence, the chosen are compelled to confront themselves without distractions or facades. It becomes an encounter with their deepest fears, childhood insecurities, and the painful scars of life. It feels as though they are led into a spiritual desert, a barren place where emotions intensify, and the mind struggles to escape the raw truth of self. This desert acts as a refining furnace, reminiscent of Jesus' story, who spent 40 days and nights in the wilderness, facing temptations without food or water. When offered power, wealth, and ease, Jesus demonstrated, through his solitude, that his self-control surpassed any temptation. His trial was not merely about resisting outside influences. It was about strengthening his spirit against anything that could lead him away from his purpose. Similarly, the chosen confront their own deserts, facing not external adversaries but their internal battles. In solitude, every fear, shameful memory, and feeling of inadequacy becomes an adversary. It's a struggle where the chosen must decide whether to succumb to despair or rise with a strength that only isolation can cultivate. This transformation isn't instantaneous. It resembles an alchemical process where lead is gradually turned into gold. The chosen engage in a continuous journey of emotional purification, converting painful experiences into wisdom. During these solitary intervals, the chosen become their own alchemists, tirelessly converting anger into compassion, frustration into patience, and fear into courage. Picture a chosen individual sitting alone, gazing at a blank wall. No distractions, no noise other than the rhythm of their heartbeat. In this oppressive quiet, past mistakes re-emerge, and uncertainties about the future grow louder. This is where the true inner work commences. The mind tries to flee, but with focused discipline, the chosen consistently return to themselves. It's akin to a daily training regimen for a spiritual warrior, preparing for battles that remain unseen to others. While many seek distractions through social media or conversation, the chosen confront everything directly. They learn to calm their minds, breathe deeply, and allow emotions to flow without being overwhelmed by them. Each moment of solitude serves as a lesson in self-mastery. Initially, it may feel chaotic, but over time, the chosen evolve into masters of their inner domain. Storms may rage, but they no longer allow external turbulence to dismantle their inner stronghold. The ice head represents more than just emotional control. It's a survival instinct. The chosen understand that to fulfill their purpose, they must demonstrate resilience in ways that most cannot fathom. It's not that they are devoid of pain, rather, they have cultivated the ability to not be defeated by it. Like trees bending in the wind but not breaking, the chosen adapt, adjust, and stand firm. In practice, this ice head manifests in many ways. When the world around them is in chaos, the chosen remain calm. In heated debates, they speak little, but their words carry a precision that cuts like a sword. They understand that not every battle is worth fighting, and that true victory often comes from not reacting at all. This rare wisdom is a superpower few can master. The peace the chosen find is not an absence of conflict, but a mastery over what affects them. It's a peace earned through silent tears and countless unseen prayers. While many invest their energy in trying to change the external world, the chosen focus on transforming themselves. They understand that true power lies in mastering their own spirit, something that no one can take from them. X-ray vision, the ability to see beyond appearances. The chosen possess a unique trait that sets them apart from others, a vision that goes beyond what meets the eye. This isn't just about physical sight, but rather the ability to perceive with the soul. This X-ray vision is more than a metaphor. It's a spiritual ability sharpened in moments of solitude. During these quiet times, away from distractions that cloud most people's judgment, the chosen develop an acute sensitivity, allowing them to notice what others overlook. While many live on the surface of things, the chosen dive deeper, picking up on subtle clues and hidden truths. Picture being in a room full of people, each wearing carefully crafted masks. They smile, talk, and interact, but only at a superficial level. The chosen, however, can see through these masks. They notice the cracks, the hidden emotions, and the contradictions that most people miss, revealed through a fleeting glance or an unconscious gesture. This heightened perception isn't something the chosen acquire by chance. It's a gift nurtured in their loneliest moments, where they become silent observers of human behavior. The world transforms into a grand stage, and the chosen, as keen spectators, absorb every movement and word, paying even more attention to what's left unsaid. Consider the example of Jesus, who saw through the Pharisees' luxurious appearances and wise words, calling them whitewashed tombs. Beautiful on the outside but corrupt within. Jesus' spiritual vision allowed him to discern their true nature, and in the same way, the chosen developed the ability to see past facades. This gift is invaluable in a world where intentions are often unclear, providing protection and insight into what is real and what is false. This vision goes beyond mere words. The chosen can sense the energy of a place or person before anything is spoken. They walk into a room and immediately feel whether the environment is heavy, light, tense, or welcoming. It's not just about seeing with their eyes, but feeling with their hearts, creating a deeper connection with the world around them. Imagine standing before someone who smiles but harbors resentment within. While most would accept the smile at face value, the chosen perceive the underlying tension, the weight on their shoulders, the averted gaze, the hesitation between words. All of these details form a larger picture that the chosen can read as if it were an open book. This ability makes them nearly immune to deception, as nothing stays hidden for long under their sharp perception. One reason the chosen develop this X-ray vision is that they have already faced their own inner demons. This gives them the insight to recognize those same struggles in others. Solitude serves as a teacher, guiding them to observe without immediate judgment, exercising patience and discernment. They understand that truth often lies beneath multiple layers, and they wait for deeper revelations to emerge. This patience reveals a powerful inner strength. The chosen are willing to see what others avoid, which sets them apart in a world that often prefers illusions over reality. Just as Jesus saw into the heart of the Samaritan woman at the well, revealing truths she sought to hide, the chosen can read not only the external, but also the soul of those around them. This ability to see beyond the surface also allows the chosen to recognize kindred spirits, others who, like them, walk a path defined by truth and depth. When two such souls meet, the connection is immediate, as they instinctively recognize the authenticity in one another. Without needing many words, their energies align naturally. In this quiet, the chosen develop an almost supernatural sensitivity. They can sense when someone is in inner turmoil, even if their words suggest otherwise. They pick up on hidden pain behind a smile or fear masked as bravery. This deep connection to truth sets them apart from the majority, who often get lost in appearances and superficiality. For the chosen, to see is much more than just looking. It's about feeling, perceiving, and understanding. This heightened clarity doesn't develop overnight. It's the product of countless moments spent in introspection. The chosen isolate themselves from the distractions of the world, forced to confront the true nature of their thoughts and desires. This journey is a continual refinement, like shaping a rough diamond until it gleams at its brightest. When the world fades into silence, the chosen learn to discern what truly matters and what doesn't. In fact, silence becomes their greatest ally, providing clarity. In solitude, the chosen find themselves facing an overwhelming flood of thoughts that are often drowned out by the noise of daily life. Imagine sitting in a quiet room with no sounds except your own breath. At first, the mind tries to fill the void with memories, worries, and inner dialogue. But over time, this mental chatter fades, thoughts organize themselves, and chaos transforms into order. It's much like a turbulent sea that calms after a storm, becoming crystal clear. This clarity allows the chosen to see things as they truly are, untainted by emotions or fears. Think of Moses on Mount Sinai, removed from the crowd and receiving direct guidance from God on how to lead the people. The clarity he gained at the summit, far from distractions, empowered him to make decisions that would affect future generations. Similarly, the chosen retreat into the depths of their minds and find the guidance they need to face life's challenges. The chosen learn to embrace silence, for it is in this stillness that all truths are revealed. There is nowhere to hide. Intentions, fears, and insecurities come to the surface. Every decision is examined, reflected upon, and purified until only what is true remains. Through this process, the chosen develop an ability to make swift, instinctive decisions because they have trained their minds to operate with clarity and certainty. This profound clarity manifests in the practical lives of the chosen in remarkable ways. When faced with complex situations, their minds don't get tangled in a web of possibilities. Instead, they quickly discern the best course of action, like a sharp blade cutting through to the heart of the matter. This decisiveness isn't impulsive, but rather born from a deep understanding of themselves and their priorities. To others, the decisions of the chosen may appear unusual or abrupt, but they know each choice carries weight and consequences, and they don't allow indecision to paralyze them. This ability to cut through the unnecessary and focus on what's essential sets them apart, making them people of action in a world filled with hesitation. Solitude, which many avoid, becomes the forge in which the chosen hone their minds. Free from the influence of others and the chaos of everyday life, they find the space they need to reflect and reevaluate their paths. They scrutinize their actions, question their choices, and most importantly, learn to trust themselves. Each decision made in solitude strengthens their self-confidence, and over time, this confidence grows into an almost supernatural clarity. One of the most profound gifts the chosen possess is an extraordinary empathy, a deep connection to the suffering of others. It's as if they have an invisible sensor that picks up on hidden emotions and unspoken fears, things that people often try to conceal even from themselves. This pain sensor doesn't develop by chance. It is honed in the lonely moments when the chosen are forced to confront their own pain without distraction or filters. This personal confrontation creates a visceral connection with human suffering, allowing them to not only empathize but to truly understand the souls of others. While many are consumed by their own struggles, the chosen can transcend this barrier, connecting with the pain of others as if it were an extension of their own. They don't just see the surface, they feel what lies beneath, making this gift both a burden and a healing power. Deep empathy is an ever-present invitation to bear the emotional weight of others, often invisibly. To understand this pain sensor, one must first grasp the solitary journey of the chosen. When they are alone, they face their own emotions in their rawest form, with no distractions to dull the sharp edges of sadness, fear, or anxiety. Every feeling is experienced fully, with no escape. It's through this deep dive into their own pain that the chosen learn to identify the subtle shades of human suffering. Imagine being in a dark room, where each corner holds a piece of your past you'd rather forget. In the silence, these memories come alive, and the chosen are forced to confront them head-on. This encounter with their vulnerabilities teaches them a crucial truth: everyone carries their own wounds. This awareness opens the door to genuine empathy, as the chosen recognize in others the same pain they've already faced within themselves. The empathy of the chosen is like a spiritual antenna, constantly attuned to the subtle signals people emit without realizing it. When someone is struggling, their pain manifests in ways that most overlook: a distant stare, a forced smile, or an uncomfortable silence. To the chosen, these signs are as clear as spoken words. They sense the tension in a person's body language, the hesitation in their speech, or the dimming of light in their eyes. These clues reveal a hidden world that few are willing to show. This ability to feel what is unspoken is a rare gift, allowing the chosen to forge deep connections with those around them. It's as if, when looking at someone, the chosen can see through the layers of defenses and touch the core of their pain. Many feel an immediate sense of relief in the presence of a chosen one, even without understanding why. They feel truly seen and understood in a way they rarely experience, as if someone finally grasps their struggles without needing an explanation. But this gift isn't only about feeling others' pain. It's about transforming this perception into wisdom and connection. The chosen use their pain sensor as a guide in their interactions, knowing when to offer comfort and when to simply listen. When silence becomes the best answer, or when simply being present is all that's needed, this wisdom gained through solitude transforms the chosen into more than just empathetic individuals. They become spiritual guides to those around them. This unique ability draws people to them, often seeking support without fully understanding why. It's as if, on a deeper level, they know that the chosen one can provide an invisible form of healing. These chosen ones are trusted confidants who listen without judgment, offering fresh perspectives without imposing their views. This deep empathy makes the chosen true beacons of light in a world filled with emotional darkness. Masters of time, turning solitude into wisdom and joy. The chosen have a rare and remarkable ability, the power to transform time spent alone into something extraordinary. For them, solitude isn't a burden, it's a sacred space, a spiritual workshop where sadness can be alchemized into wisdom and joy. This mastery of time is one of the chosen's most profound abilities, allowing them to find a home within themselves, where silence becomes a place of personal growth and self-discovery. While many people avoid loneliness, seeking constant companionship or distractions from the outside world, the chosen embrace isolation as a divine gift. They understand that in the stillness, they gain the space to reflect, meditate, and connect with the deepest parts of their being. In this silence, transformation happens. Time, which many see as a burden, becomes a treasure trove of opportunities for the chosen. For the chosen, solitude is like entering a daily spiritual retreat, even amidst the hustle of everyday life. It becomes a portal for introspection, where every moment is an opportunity to explore their emotions, thoughts, and dreams more deeply. The alchemy of the chosen goes beyond merely accepting solitude. They actively transform it. They don't just endure being alone. They celebrate it as a chance for personal evolution. Much like the ancient alchemists who sought to turn base metals into gold, the chosen are constantly working to transmute their life experiences into wisdom. This process requires dedication to introspection, prayer, and divine connection. Think of the image of a hermit often depicted in art, someone who retreats from the world in search of inner truth. The chosen may not need to physically separate themselves from society, but they carry this mindset within. They understand that true wealth isn't found in material things or outside validation, but in the peace and wisdom cultivated within. This is the true alchemy, turning time spent alone into a journey of self-discovery and joy. While many drift through life without pausing to reflect, the chosen use solitude to ask life's deeper questions. Who am I? What is my purpose? How can I serve the world better? These questions fuel their search for meaning and guide them toward a purposeful life. They know that when time is wisely spent, every experience, no matter how small, becomes a valuable lesson. The ability to feel at home in their own company is one of the Chosen's greatest achievements. They become emotionally independent, not out of indifference, but because they've tapped into an endless source of love and acceptance within themselves. They don't seek externally what they have already found internally, allowing them to live with a sense of lightness and joy that transcends their circumstances. So, my friends, the Chosen possess a special gift. They've learned to turn solitude into an advantage. Rather than getting lost in the silence, they draw strength, clarity, and even joy from it. They use their alone time to connect deeply with themselves, emerging even stronger. And what about you? Have you ever considered what solitude might teach you if you allowed it to become your ally?